Start. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to RDT. It is Tuesday again, Joel.
Yes,
It is
sir. Yes,
Tuesday
sir.
again. And you know what? We are here. Right off the bat, we're just gonna jump on into this, Joel. I got something to tell you.
What's up, my man?
So I tried to walk today. Like like I tried to walk today and a nigga almost got hit several times.
Jesus.
Cause I live in North Carolina and this is just a state of saying, hey, you thought we had sidewalks. It's nothing but roads here. There's nothing but roads here, and I don't know what you want from us, but that's how it is, my guy. And I'm like, bet. So I'm going through back roads at a back road. Sometimes there's some sidewalks, sometimes there's not. But I gotta be complete with you. It was touch and go there for a second. We might have not had RDT.
Oh, Jesus.
I would have been gone. But see, and then I finally get to my place, and I work inside a mall, so I immediately go get some pizza, and I'm like, hot damn, that's good. That's some good shit
Hmm.
right there. Then I walk to work and immediately they're like, "All right, come on, get on. Put your best on. Help me out." And I'm like, all right, okay, okay, all right." My fucking feet hurt. Thought I could, sit down for a second, but you got it, man. I'm here. So I do that, and I'm never doing it again, bro. It was a 5 mile walk to my job.
Jesus Christ.
Uh, and
This was all today, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
and well, yeah, I had to get to work. So that was just hell. And it was hot today too, because it's starting to be spring, going into summer. I'm enjoying my summer, man. I'm getting that pool ready. Hopefully, we have the pool ready for you when you come,
Yes,
because
I am looking forward to that.
I don't think I've ever been a pool with you. That's gonna be an interesting experience. But yeah, I'm gonna fucking
Well, I'm
drown in that
not.
bitch.
Well, I mean, no need to do that because I most likely might end up drowning myself because I'm not quite of a proficient swimmer at
I mean,
all.
it's not a
I,
giant pool, but it's gonna be all right, bro. I'll teach you.
was it like? Is it like? It's not like an in-ground pool or
No, it's
anything. It's
above
more like
ground.
a. Okay, okay. Yeah, I've had bad experiences with in-ground pools to the point that I've actually been traumatized to actually go back in the pool. Now, now I'm over it, but this was I would say about
Yeah.
over 10 years ago.
We're gonna get some on that day hopefully we're gonna, grill up some shit. You know what I'm saying? Have like the back porch ready and everything. So that's gonna be nice. It's gonna be fire.
Nice barbecue.
Nice
Mm.
barbecue out here. Now I know you're probably gonna spend more time eating than actually in the pool, but you get it. I feel you.
I mean, yeah, you're just about right. I'll still be in the pool. I'll still come into the pool, but you're grilling up some burgers, my guy. I'm telling you, I'll be at that table just making myself a freaking triple stacked burger of my own.
This nigga said triple stack burger. I don't know, nigga. I'm poor as shit. And more like a one stack burger, nigga. You're lucky if you get
He-
cheese in this some bitch.
so it's just a hamburger.
I mean, nigga, it might just be a goddamn hamburger. You may be able to throw you a packet of ketchup.
Fuck it. You know
We're in the
what?
struggle out here.
The struggle is so real that I can't even eat the burger. I have to eat just the meat patty.
You may have to. We can't afford buns. But anyway,
You got rice, so I could just eat the meat patty with rice.
dead
Weird
ass.
as it is, but
You might have to make a rice fucking bun, nigga. I don't know
a
what to
rice
tell you.
patty.
Yeah, a rice patty out here. Fucking slap that shit together, bro, because I gotta be honest with you. That's probably what we're only gonna have rice, but anyway. But
I'm
yeah,
down.
that was my day. So, nothing really else much of interest happened. Um, I ate my big brother, quote unquote. So I work with a person I call him Big Bro, and he brought in some donuts, right?
Yeah.
And he told me I could have one, right? Hey, go get yourself a donut, Justice. And I was like, thanks. So I ate that donut, and then I came back from signing in, getting my apron, and then I ate another donut when nobody was around. It was like an apple pie filling,
Yeah.
and it was like a powdered donut. It was like a jelly filled, but it was apple. It was like an apple pie filled donut, and it was fucking amazing. It was heaven.
That actually does sound
It was
amazing. I'm
heaven
not
in a
gonna
bite.
lie.
It's from Dunkin' Donuts, so if you go to Dunkin' Donuts, maybe they'll have it. But it was heaven in a bite, nigga. It was heaven in that. nicely wrapped bun. And
Mm.
then when everybody was around again, I ate the last one. And then Big Bro turned and said, "What the fuck are you doing, Justice?" And I was like, What did I do?" And he's like,
I was saving that for someone.
"No, no, no." He said that those were mine. And I was like, "Oh God." So the rest of the day they fucked me up. They
Did they now?
they were bullying me. Also, my pants ripped, so it just wasn't a great day. He was telling me that I better go on the corner to raise money to go get him some more
Yo.
apple pie things. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, "Oh, okay." But he was just joking around. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? It's just he was very irate. I'll say. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah, I could feel that.
But more things I cannot even say right now. But he was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? We were just I was trying my best, and he said that I looked like a dog who had just ate something he wasn't supposed to, but I had no idea. So but they still
Would you
friended
say
me.
that would be the biggest L of the day that you took?
I guess it was an L. It certainly ruined the rest of the day for me. Shit was wild. But
Actually, speaking of which, I actually took a pretty bad L for myself. Thank God, like nobody really noticed or anything. This was more of just like like a minuscule, trivial type of L. So I was on my way to class on Monday. I basically had a poster presentation that was due, and so I get to the school. The drive was relatively normal, smooth. Just the occasional traffic here and then, but nothing like too major. So I get into the building, and then I realize, oh shit, I forgot my bag because I brought my poster with me. So I went back to the car, threw the poster into the car to get my bag, and then I ran back into the class. And then when she said, "All right, does everyone have their posters ready?" And then I realized, wait, where the fuck is my poster? And I was checking my bag, mind you. I didn't want to fold, like I rolled it up, but didn't fold it.
yeah, that's usually how people go.
And then I realized, oh my goodness, I left the freaking thing in the car. So yeah, basically, idiotically, I basically first left my bag in the car, went back for it, and for some reason I subconsciously tossed my bag into the car to grab my poster, and then left without my bag. Thankfully, I have normally I have a habit of like putting my car keys in the bag. So thank God I didn't, because normally sometimes I usually
You would have
lock the
locked
door.
yourself in. You would have locked your bag in,
Yep,
and you
with
would
the
have been
key
fucked.
inside. I would have been even. Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
been really, really fucked.
Damn, bro. You could have almost just ruined the entire fucking
Like,
day.
bro, you don't understand. Thank God, and you know what's crazy too?
Hmm.
Like, I had the key in the bag when I actually left my car. So I was on the way there, I was sweating bullets. I was so nervous. I thought I was fucked. I dead ass thought I was gonna have to call my dad to come to the school to
I
try and
was
like pry the fucking
sweating
door open.
bullets.
Like, bro, you don't understand. I was practically a fucking water fountain. It was like a hot day. Practically people can come near me to get a fucking drink. Like, I was like that fucking nervous. I really thought I had to call my dad to come to have him drive all the way, bro, like 20 minutes away to actually help me pry the freaking door open. Or not even, because he has a spare key. But I really didn't want to do that because one of our vehicles was working, and I happened to have like the only working vehicle in our lot. So there was no way he was going to be able to get to the school. So literally, I thought my life was over at that point. But thankfully, and quite uh quite asinine of me to leave the fucking car door unlocked too. But I was able to retrieve my bag, and then yeah, it was fine. And then I left the
Okay.
poster in there, came back, and then brought it back, and then the day went smooth as it is. But it was really fucking stupid though.
Yeah. So you were excited to tell me something before we started here.
Yes,
What's going
yes.
on?
So anyone watching, did you know that there is going to be a new Sonic the Hedgehog
Oh!
live action film coming
Oh
out in November of
shit!
2019?
You're really actually yes, I was planning on talking to you about this. I'm glad you told me. Let's talk about that dog shit. No, seriously, let's talk. I'm surprised. I'm thankful that you said something because I almost forgot about it. Dead ass. Let's talk about this dog shit, Joel. Let's have a discussion here. I've never wanted to throw. Oh shit. Okay, I thought I sat on my glasses, but I have my glasses on. I almost ruined the whole fucking day. Listen, let's talk about this dog shit right quick. I've never wanted to throw up so much, yet I'm glad that they got his personality right, I guess. But I've never wanted to throw up so bad in my goddamn life when I watched that fucking trailer, my nigga. Like it made me sad physically. I emotionally broke me. It
Oh my
emotionally
goodness.
broke me. What did you think of the trailer?
Now, before I go on to that, initially in my head I thought, Justice might actually like this. My brother-in-law, I told my brother-in-law about it, and he was like telling me, send that trailer to Justice. He actually might actually have an orgasm because of how good it may seem because it's
Please,
Sonic.
here's the thing.
But
It ain't good. And here's why, okay? First of all, they're like, hey, listen. I came in through a fucking portal to another world, to this world, to like, because I'm a fucking hedgehog. And oh, I'm Dr. Robotnik. I'm just a fucking asshole. And also, I'm sort of skinny, actually. I actually look pretty good. I don't really look like a fucking cartoon character, even though they tried their best to. And also, what the fuck is wrong with Sonic's design? The nigga looks like a goddamn. He looks like a crackhead, nigga. Like, what the fuck? The nigga looks like a crackhead. I'm sorry. It's a fucking atrocity, is what they're doing with that. Okay?
now, in my opinion, though, because there was another Sonic the Hedgehog live action film years ago, but I think that was like a fan made one. I'm not sure. Anyone can correct me on this, but I felt the design in that live action film was trailerish. Like Sonic it just didn't look right. They poorly executed the CGI effect, and it just did not look great. I mean,
Joel, does this one look good to you?
I'm not saying this one looks better. I'm just saying it looks interesting. It definitely. I I don't know why, but
Like my nigga, listen. Here's the thing. I liked some parts. I'm not going to lie to you. I did like some parts. Here's the parts that I liked. Okay? The actor did a good job playing Eggman in terms of just being a asshole, I guess. That was interesting to me. What I enjoyed was Sonic's personality to a point, because it was a great fucking line. Oh, I took 9 million steps today. That shit was fire. I just wish it
yeah,
wasn't in this fucking thing.
his design honestly reminds
Like
me of Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy.
that shit. No,
Slightly,
no, it doesn't. Nigga,
to me, that's
Rocket
what I
Raccoon
thought.
looks like a goddamn real raccoon compared to this nigga. But let me explain something to you right quick.
Just
And
the
yes,
effect, but
if
yeah.
if we can have Rocket Raccoon in this, then why can't we have Sonic the Hedgehog like this? That's not the reason. It's just that the fucking design is trash. Sonic's fur does not go all the way down to his goddamn legs. All right, make him more look like the 3D Sonic, but just add fur to him, and you're done. You're really done at that point. Add fur to the parts where Sonic has fur, and then you're fucking done. I don't understand why they have to do this. Or just make him fucking CGI and then just put him in the fucking real world.
Yeah, actually,
At least.
looking at his design in a new live action film coming out, he looks like fucking trash.
He does. He
It
looks
got
like
like,
trash.
bro. I remember years ago I was talking about how Sonic Boom was gonna fuck everything up because Sonic looked like a fucking Disney character. I take that back. I actually like that design compared to this trash. What the fuck am
Sonic's
I
Boom
looking at?
design ain't even bad. I actually like the wrappings. It's just that the story was trash and it's just a trash reboot. There's no
Well,
reason
take
for it.
Sonic Boom, Sonic, and turn him into trash and rip off the fucking bandages, and you get the new 2019 live action Sonic. Now, I'm not sure. Now, here's the thing: we don't know too much about the story. All we know, well, aside from like a brief summary
I
from
mean,
the
you know
trailer.
what that story is going to be. It's going to be Sonic came through a portal from another world to our world, and
So
then
now he needs to
this
find the
this
equivalent of
like
Chaos Emeralds to be
Chaos
able to
Emeralds
return
or
back to
just
his
fucking
world.
coins, and like no, he's gonna save this world because for some reason our world is in trouble for some reason. He's not saving his world, he's saving ours. And that cop is gonna be the oh shit, this is new to me cop that's in everything. And cuz like they tried to do that Pikachu thing. Have you seen the new Pikachu live action movie?
Detective
Detective
Pikachu?
Pikachu?
Not yet. I've
Have you
seen
seen the
trailers.
trailers?
I've
Yes.
seen
That's
trailers.
what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's not out yet, but I'm saying it's the same premise. Like if you look at it, it's the same premise. They even had the same fucking scene with the detective goes into the room and the fucking thing is there and it's like, "Hey, witty banter." but instead Sonic was like, "Hey, meow," because he was like trying to be a cat, and I'm like, "You're not cute enough, nigga." No one believes.
Goodness
No, no.
fucking
Here's the dialect
gracious.
back. No one believes you're a cat, Sonic. No one believes you're a cat, Sonic. No one in this fucking universe believes you're a cat. You look like a crackhead that put fucking fur on himself.
Goodness. Actually, if you look at it, I'm looking at fucking images right now. But I take that back. The live action Sonic from years ago actually looks like Sonic. This fucking like what the fuck is like the new one? What the fuck is this? I thought this was gonna be fine, but I was getting a close up of like Sonic's face, and I thought, okay, he seems pretty badass. But then I'm looking at like some of the images that are apparently been leaked. Well, that were from the trailer because I really didn't see it through because I was actually at work and I didn't have the time to actually sit down and watch the trailer, so I wasn't able to actually finish it. But just by looking at some of these images, what? Like, well, whoever made the design for this live action film has probably never played a fucking Sonic game ever to know, or like, what the fuck? Like,
And about Eggman, what pisses me the f off is that he's even in like some military type situation. Here's the thing about Eggman. Eggman is an evil fucking genius. That's one. He would never fucking go to like this military base to fucking make fun of some nigga's name for half a fucking trailer. And then they did the robots, right? And they're trying to be so real with it and gritty or something or whatever they're fucking trying to do. And I'm like, I guess. I don't know. The only thing that they did right in this look wise was the fucking spin dash.
yo,
Like the spin dash looked awesome. That actually made me excited. But then he fucking uncurled and I was like, what the fuck is this turd?
go back, just do your spin dash again, please.
Like, can you just do the spin dash
Can
the whole movie? And here's the thing. I fucking love Sonic. I love Sonic the Hedgehog. Nigga shit. I love Sonic out here. But here's the fucking
gotta go
problem.
fast.
Here's the fucking problem. They keep beating him. They keep beating him like a dead horse. They do. Like I want new Sonic material. I do. You know, I would love for some good Sonic shit, but nobody knows how to fucking do it for some reason. Nobody knows how to just fucking pull their head out of their ass and realize maybe I should try to not fuck this up. I mean, who cares really? Isn't this a thing by now, right? Anything that we put out with Sonic is going to be bad, right? So we might as well embrace it. Yeah, we might as well. Like, I think that's how people feel nowadays. I think people feel like, oh, another Sonic thing's coming out. Can't wait for the
We
cringe.
need to find a way to fuck it up.
Yeah,
So
so
come on,
people can
let's.
have their cringe. Sonic has just become a fucking cringe machine. That's what the fuck Sonic is
He's
now.
a fucking laughing stock at this
That
point.
he
Like I
really
love
is.
Sonic too, but
Like
like
I love Sonic.
goddamn.
Man, I want another Sonic Riders. Jesus Christ, let me not even go on that train. Let me not even go down that road right now. Let me not go down that road. But here's the thing. I love Sonic games, all of them. Shit, nigga, I'd play. I love Unleashed. I love Colors. I love Sonic Generations. There's so
Would you
many
even
good
go to
Sonic
the
games.
torture of playing Sonic
Um,
06 again?
Honestly, at least Sonic looks like Sonic. But like, I don't give a fuck if he kissed that bitch. Kiss her all goddamn day. I just don't want. Like, here's the thing. These characters aren't even these characters. And why were you afraid of making Eggman fat? There's plenty of niggas who are fat that could have played Eggman. There's plenty of actors who are fucking gigantic as hell that could have played this nigga. Why did you get? It was that? Isn't that a fuck? Wasn't that the nigga who played Elf or something? No, that's Will Ferrell, I think. I don't like. He looks familiar. Jim
Isn't Jim
Carrey, right?
Carrey? Yeah, Jim Carrey is
Yeah, it's
supposed to
Jim
be in this
Carrey.
film.
Yeah, Jim Carrey is playing him, and I'm like, why the fuck did you get Jim Carrey? He usually plays in fucking comedies and shit. And I guess this is a comedy because this is a fucking laughing stock, right? So yeah, it's perfect. It's
So
perfect for it.
I guess it makes sense
I guess
that
it
we
makes
get
sense,
Jim
right?
Carrey.
Because it's a fucking laughing stock of a
We
film.
love you, Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
But
Jim
like,
Carrey's fine. He's a fine actor. He even plays it well. He's a good actor in my opinion. He plays the character that
but
they want him to play
unfortunately,
good,
Jim Carrey
but
will probably not be able to save this
but
film
it
from
won't save it.
drastic
Even
negativity.
no matter how good Sonic's personality is, I feel, because he does act like Sonic in some degree. If he was cuter, I could imagine him saying meow, and that'd be funny as shit. But considering he looks like a crackhead in a suit, that shit's flying by for me. Don't fucking meow, nigga. You're not a cute cat. Shut the fuck up, Sonic. And Eggman not being fat is just a fucking atrocity. He like Will
Yeah,
Ferrell,
actually,
like I said Will Ferrell. Let me speak, Joel.
Jim Carrey, right?
Jim
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Carrey is doing a fine job in the acting position of what I saw, but he can't carry the film as Eggman because he's not Eggman. He's just a nigga who's being an asshole. That's the fuck. That's
Hey,
what he's
I won't,
doing.
I won't negate that in any way. I mean, just see. Now, initially, I was thinking in my head either you were gonna get excited, or I was actually expecting your disappointment as well,
I am
too.
half and half because I know it's gonna be trash. It pains me that it's gonna be trash, but I'm happy that some things. It was nice to just see Sonic being Sonic, I guess, in some light. Like, because it is still his personality. For some reason, that's the only thing they got right. Like, like when Sonic said, like, such a modern thing to say, "Oh, I took 9 million steps today." That was really nice because it's like, yeah, Sonic would say that if he had that technology, and that's really fun to say. That's a fun line. But I just wish, I hope in around all this fun, they have a good thing. And
Do you feel
honestly,
that maybe if like your opinion would change if maybe like they had done some revisions to his
I'm gonna be completely
design?
with you, Joel. There is no reason for this movie to exist. And let me explain. There is absolutely no reason, no rhyme or reason for this movie to exist. Why wouldn't they just do a 3D Sonic movie? You know? Why,
True.
like, think about it, Joel. Think about this. And see, this is why heads of production and creative teams are always high with Sonic. They like every time that old joke of them being on cocaine. Here's why people always say that. Why we always think that people who run Sonic things are always just snorting cocaine. Because any person with logic in their mind or knows Sonic can do something better than this. That's what's fucking me up, man. It's the same with Superman things. Anybody with a good head on their shoulders and a good vision can make a good Sonic thing. But what saddens me is that people just try to be like, fuck it, we're just doing this. Like, that's what it feels like. It feels like there's no love anymore, you know? It feels
Yeah.
like this is just a cash grab, or it's just, hey, this is an old character that people like, let's bring him back for whatever reason. It just seems like a play. You know what I'm saying? It seems like a money play, you know? Just let's get money. Fuck these
A
people. Who
poorly
cares? Who
executed
gives
play at
who
most.
gives a shit about Sonic the Hedgehog, right? Like, who gives a shit, right? Who cares anymore? Cares about this fucking thing? Who cares
Hey,
about
it's
this
generating
motherfucker?
profits. Fuck it.
I
Let's
mean,
just
if as long
bring
as we
him
get
back.
a modicum of money, then let's do it, right? That's what we're doing, right? And it's just like, because here's the thing, I'm gonna tell you the perfect fucking Sonic movie right now, and it might come out trash, it might not, but you tell me if you would want to watch this, Joel. Setting: Mobius. It's not live action. It's a 3D Sonic world, like in-game cutscenes, but just Sonic '06 level of realism where like you can see the fur. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? But it's still the same character designs. Sonic and Tails are trying to find, they're in a city. They're messing stuff up. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to find some Chaos Emeralds. You know, they it like it's almost like a story where it's like, Sonic's running around the city trying to go fast, and Tails is like, on like a building trying to figure out where the Chaos Emeralds are. And because they're trying to get it because there's been a lot of earthquakes, seismic activity, you know things are breaking up. And as you go through the movie, you know what I'm saying, they're discovering Chaos Emeralds by and by. They meet Knuckles out to the desert because that's where they were led, you know what I'm saying, after having a big robot fight. That's what sets off everything. They have a big robot fight where Sonic takes down a robot. City cheers for him. They love Sonic. Everybody loves Sonic right now.
Mm.
Then, because of that, you know what I'm saying, the inciting incident is that, Eggman makes a large announcement of some kind that he's going to take over the world, and usual shit. So, as these things are happening, there's a B plot as well with Shadow. You know what I'm saying? Shadow is trying to, figure out something for Gun or something. You know what I'm saying? And he's trying to not only build up a team. Right now, Rouge and Omega are with him, and they're actually, doing some espionage, some secret stuff. It's not as much as an adventure as it is for Sonic and Tails and Knuckles, but it's just they're doing some espionage. You know what I'm saying? The darker side of the story.
Hmm.
They eventually meet up at one point in the story and realize that Eggman is actually using Silver and his psychic powers to try to reset the Sonic timeline. You know what I'm saying? Because Silver it was traveling through time through some time-based power. Eggman is trying to use him as collateral. So they take them through certain old past events, and you know what I'm saying, and like they're actually being themselves, like they get taken back through those different events a little bit,
Sort of
just
like
just as a little fan service,
almost
just
a
as a
little bit
tad
like
bit, yeah,
generations
just like
in a
Generations
sense,
but
just
faster.
without
It's just like
yeah,
it's just like a really quick scene of certain things, you know what I'm saying, and like they're trying to reset time where
almost like
Eggman,
a
he's
yeah,
trying to win. But like Sonic and Shadow have to use the Chaos Emeralds, become super, and like take him down. You know what I'm saying? And like there's different aspects to this in each role. They're basically trying to save Silver. They save Silver and they have an ending battle with Eggman. You know what I'm saying? Because of this, they do those things. Not only is it a thing of like making the three of them have a movie together, but it's also like trying to overcome Eggman in like this really
and
big final
at the
thing.
same time, it's not like you're introducing like a higher like main
Yeah, it's
antagonist
it's not
either.
it's not a higher. It's just
It's
Eggman.
basically just a simple
It's
Eggman
just
Sonic versus
Eggman and
Eggman
Sonic versus
type of
Eggman,
concept.
but in this way, Eggman is trying to, he's basically getting basically a super robot, you know what I'm saying, to verse them. And it's basically just Metal Sonic. So that's like the secondary big boss villain. You know what I'm saying? The seismic activity, they actually beat Shadow actually defeats because it's like a new version of what is his name? Chaos. But Shadow
Chaos
actually
Control, I believe.
Chaos,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah, Chaos
monster
from
from
Adventure One.
from Venture 1. Basically Shadow defeats Chaos before Sonic gets there, and then they'd have some sort of rival back and forth. Like, I've been doing that for a long time, man. I was trying to get here, and it's like Shadow was like, well, you were too late, you know what I'm saying, because they have all this history with each other. And they have there's a lot of character moments in this. And people are cracking jokes, they're trying to do this, but basically they're trying to save Silver all along the way. You know what I'm saying? They eventually meet Blaze, which says, hey, uh, Eggman has this plan, and then they're going through to try to stop Eggman at these certain points without having to. But here's the thing about it. Here's the time aspect is they're trying to stop. They're trying to defeat, like, because basically Eggman made his old bosses super, like the
Yeah.
super version of the old bosses at the final bosses of each game, you know,
Mhm.
of each game from the past, and basically making them super powered. So they have to sort of hide themselves, but also help defeat the bosses. So like their older selves can just win, and they can keep everything the same. Basically trying to hold the timeline together, so they can get back to their time, and so the portals open each time, so they can finally defeat Eggman. You know what I'm saying? And then save Silver. So after they get Silver out of the machine, that's when they all go super and then defeat Eggman. That being said, so yeah, it's like that. So along this way of trying to defeat Eggman and his scheme, you get a lot of character moments, a lot of like older stuff. You get some scenes where it's like Shadow and seeing Elise again and wanting to talk to her, but then he has that edge moment. It's you know you get a lot of those things where like you get some nice ones where it's like some
You
older stuff.
basically get
Hold
all
on,
this older
you
stuff
get you
without.
get some nice Easter eggs too, because you get to see like the Animal Force from Sonic the Hedgehog TV series, where you saw Sally and them and Sally and the gang. You see them a little bit. Maybe even Sonya and Sonic Underground maybe reference a little there or two. Making sure that timeline's staying together, because let's say that's canon. Fuck it, it's a movie. Fuck it. And
Y-
you get some of those. You know what I'm saying? So you get like, it is a nice scene where like Sonic and Tails are seeing when they first met, from that TV show, remember?
yes.
And at every point of this though, the soundtrack's got to be on point.
Crush
You know what I'm
40's got to
saying?
make a comeback with
Maybe a
this
little bit
one.
of a comeback with Crush 40. Now Joel, and of course they defeat Eggman, and then they go off about their separate ways. Sonic continues to run at the end. He's like, it's time for the next adventure, and fucking bursts out running. And that's when we go to Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie. Anyway, that's beside the point. But, but, what do you think?
Honestly, I actually do like this idea for a movie. I mean, granted, too, you being a longtime Sonic the Hedgehog fan,
And knowing the
like,
characters. Like, here's the thing, man. It's not like I don't know who's making this shit, but that wasn't fucking hard, and that was off the top of the dome. Yeah, the execution might be harder.
well, I feel like at the same time, after a long period of time of evaluating like the series and like the storyline of each game and just
Yeah.
seeing like where the faults lie with those games, I feel like at that point, like you could take those faults and try to minimize them as possible while creating like newer elements of your own and actually make something good.
Yeah, and I
You
might
know?
even say something about why, Sonic and Eggman are actually always fighting, in it, like have that sort of message. Like, how, because I've always thought this about how Eggman is basically always trying to, end the environment, and how fast Sonic can run. And Sonic has always been a freedom fighter out here, has always been a person who's like, hey, freedom is important, and all of this machinery, all of this trappings, all of these things are BS, man. And you know what? We all have a right to run. You know what I'm saying? And that's sort of the message of that movie. You know what I'm saying? Those even the movies themselves could be broken out into into a 3-act movie, a trilogy, which would be nice because there's an act 1, act 2, act 3 sort of type of deal. So you could branch it out like that. But see, I'm a smart person, so so I'm an artist. Oh, damn, I'm
Not to
getting
start your own
pretentious.
ego or
I'm
anything,
sorry.
but
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm being an egotistical artist right now. But what I'm saying is that people are idiots, and they decide, hey, let's just do a live action Sonic. Who gives a fuck?
I just feel like the person that who's writing this movie, no offense to them, I just feel like they haven't played enough Sonic games
Now,
in their life to really
it
know
is
too
this is
much.
all just from a trailer. Who the fuck knows what might happen? But we all know what's gonna happen. See, that's the thing. That's the problem with optimism and pessimism.
Honestly, you kind
Because
of
you
wish
know
that.
what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen, Joel. But then you just have this hope, like, oh, I hope it's good. But like, can it ever be good? Can it? Well, it won't live up to your expectations of what you wanted it to be. But it's like one of those things.
You'd honestly wish that it was like an April, like you'd honestly wish that it was like a late April Fool's kind of thing too, just like like almost a month late. But for in some aspects, though, I mean, hey, I don't want to bash this movie too much. I do want to see how it's gonna play out. From what we know, like obviously we've only seen like bits and pieces of how the story is gonna be executed. So I'm just hoping they, you
Like,
know, don't
honestly,
fuck up too bad.
I feel like if you're not
Like I hope they take their shot, but even if they miss, at least it
I
was
feel like if you're
close.
not as giant as Pokemon, don't ever try to make a live action movie. Like, here's the thing about it. Now, Sonic is pretty huge. Maybe they have money. They don't have money. But maybe, like I feel like video game movies in general should just always be in 3D in a 3D model type of situation. Even the world, the people, the characters, because then you at least have the ability. And F it, it is for kids. Don't try to make it live action so it could be like a cinematic thing. Why? What? Just get voice actors if that's the case. Make those voice actors look like the people. We have that technology nowadays. What I'm saying here is like don't try to BS me and say, "Oh yeah, this is live action. Isn't that awesome, guys?" No, I don't care about live action. If I cared about live action in the first place, I wouldn't have watched the shit. Do you, do, do you get what I'm saying, Joel? If
And
I gave 3 fucks about live action, I wouldn't have watched the original shit. You know what I'm saying? Adaptations are fine, but as long as they are true and tried to the original source material, that's why I'm saying have it be in-game cutscenes, but fucking beautiful as hell. You know what I'm saying? Have the character design stay the same as the games, but just make them even better. I want that shit to look so good that it's almost real. It's almost real, but it's not. That's what it should be. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
almost real, but it's not, but with the
Like sort
same
of like a
goddamn.
refined Sonic 06 then.
Yeah, like a refined Sonic 06. That's not dog shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it needs to be something where it's like, hey, we tried here, and the whole world is in that 3D landscape. It's not a lot, it's not real
Like the
people.
humans, like the
Like
people actually look like the people
even the
from that
people need
world. They
to
don't look
be
like real
3D
human.
models and make them good 3D models. Make them bulbous and have like, you know what? Honestly,
Don't make it
while some of
like
them looked weird, Unleash's people looked good to me. I enjoyed Unleash's how their
yeah, no,
people
like
looked in
a Sonic
Unleashed.
Unleashed, like the
Like,
design for each of the
Doctor
NPCs actually look
Doctor
spot on
Pickles
for a
looked
Sonic
like
game.
a white old man Squidward, but like most of them looked good. Remember the maybe the Asian girl from
But
Unleashed?
but their character design actually makes sense in the Sonic universe though.
Yeah,
Like that's
they
the
do.
thing.
It looks bulbous yet realistic, sort of. Like, it looked
Like
cartoony, but like
like
good.
the way like dude, this live action film has like real looking people and a shitty looking Sonic. So it's like already
Already you're
like
fucking up.
they're
Like
they're already at like 0 points for this.
like and and
The
and
presentation
And
wise.
it's like, just make a good story, man. Just take some time and think about it. Use those characters that people sometimes say they hate, but always draw fan art of. Like, use those characters that should have different arcs and different things about them said, because it is fascinating to me on multiple levels. What Think about this: an echidna that not only lost his whole people, but continually guards the Master Emerald for years upon years, and no end in sight of him having to be the guardian of Angel Island, which is the name, right? I didn't fuck that up.
Angel Island,
Yes,
yes.
Angel Island. What kind of person is that? You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't chuckle. All right. Not like Sonic, Nick. He doesn't chuckle like Sonic, all right? So you
Just
can't tell
throwing
me
some
that you can't
references
write
out
some
here,
good
man.
shit about that, all right? Let's talk about Shadow. That nigga may very well be an android. We don't even know. He's the ultimate life form, and who knows what that nigga is? He might be an alien. He might be a true. They had the true ending, of course, where he was like an alien and they came blah 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 blah. But who knows about that nigga? But he's edgy. He's dark. He's got that fucking edge to him. You can use that in different ways. You can make him have some crazy shit like, talking to Eggman, talking to Omega, who is a fucking robot. You know what I'm saying? It's just some good stuff out here. You know what I'm saying? You got
Yep.
you got Rouge and Knuckles and Rouge's whole thing where it's like, hey, I may be an adventurer like you, but I didn't take no arrow to the knee, and I certainly didn't take no arrow to the heart, bitch. I'm up for the duty right here. And then Rouge is like, yeah, but you still like this ass, nigga. And like, here's the
Yo.
thing: Rouge is the Cardi B of the Sonic universe.
You're not wrong.
I just realized Cardi B and Rouge are the same character. Cardi B is Rouge. Oh my god.
Oh man, the amount of Sonic music videos they had to make with Rouge and Cardi B is tremendous.
Wait, is that a
I would
thing?
assume.
Oh no.
I'm only assuming it
I
is.
don't know why,
Well,
but every time I think of Rouge now, all I think is Cardi B. They need Cardi B to voice her. But anyways, here's the thing. In my movie, Cardi B would voice Rouge. That'd be trash. See, that's the kind of decisions that are trash. But and original voice actors for my shit. Original voice actors, even though there's fucking thousands of them. Fuck it. You know.
fuck it. Let's just debut some new voice
Mirage
actors
is
with this
fine.
shit.
Keep Mirage. She's fine.
Mirage?
Yeah, from Apex, the voice actor for Sonic.
Ah, Roger Craig Smith.
Yeah, Roger K. Smith is fine. Just keep him. I mean, I would get Jaleel White, but he's probably busy. Um,
I mean, his voice. I mean, yeah, with his voice now, yeah. I mean, I could see it.
but here's the thing. So back to what I'm trying to say here. So like, it's a factor of this. Okay, it's a factor of this. Life, uh, uh, life ain't promised. Tomorrow ain't promised. My guy, I don't even know what I'm saying. But yeah,
Yo, when a
but
Sonic movie has you contemplating life for real.
like it's bullshit, man. Like it's like who the fuck do you think you are? Like, like why
Like,
why keep making this shit? If
it's like who
here's
ordered
the
this?
fucking exactly. Here's the fucking thing. Just let the nigga die. I'm at that point, and it wasn't like that before. I was always like, "Oh, Sonic's awesome. I hope Sonic comes back. Maybe he'll come back." But at this point, let the
Just let him die.
franchise
So
go.
just
Let
let
the
the franchise
franchise
do its
go.
like let it go, so
Let it
that way
go.
it
Let it
doesn't
go.
like stain the
Let
legacy.
it go.
It's because at this
Stop.
point,
Stop
this
fucking
movie
it
is
up.
going
Stop
to
fucking
taint
it up. I'm done. I'm done
like
with you. Nah, like stop fucking with my heart. You know what I'm saying? Stop fucking with my heart. Cause it's like at this point you're never gonna make something great. You know? Like as much as it changes fucking hands. I mean, my nigga, the person who fucking made Sonic originally isn't even fucking here anymore. Like they just fucking abandoned him and shit, nigga. I don't even fucking know. You know, I don't even know the original purpose of Sonic. That's what's fucking me up. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's just like this nigga goes fast, he runs and shit, and you know what I'm saying? They can make 1,000 fucking Flash cartoons. They can make 1,000 Sonic the Hedgehog, cartoons and shit, but they just can't motherfucking. And we have comics. We have comic books. I meant Flash comic books, but like we have comic books of Sonic, Archie comic books. That shit could be a movie, something. Some shit. I don't know. I don't even fucking read them. But I wish I did, because I wish I had some. But there's so many. There's so goddamn many fucking Archie Sonic comic books. I should really delve myself into that. I should really see what the fuck is up with that. But the fact is that my thoughts on the movie, we're gonna talk about it when we watch it, because I'm gonna watch it, because we should talk about it since we talked
that.
about it
We
here.
will save that for the future
Yeah,
RDT episodes
we'll
whenever
save
that.
that when that happens, when it drops and I watch it and Joel watches it. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about the travesty that it will be. That's where
Ooh,
I'm
I
at with
can't wait
Sonic
until
now.
that day.
I can't even be like, hey, maybe it'll be. Nah. We'll talk about the travesty that will happen. I hope I'm wrong. I hope when I get on here, I'll be like, Joel, I was wrong. Shit was fire. They did some shit that I didn't expect them to do. I hope I say that. But am I? Probably not.
I mean,
All right. Okay. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I'm done with this.
like
Let's
I
move
think
on.
just we'll find out in I guess like 6 or 7 months from
let's
now.
let's I don't know if it's going to take that long. I mean,
But
time moves
moving
really quick.
on though,
Anyway,
moving
listen,
on.
listen, listen, Joel. What have you been playing video game wise this week?
I actually decided to play some Apex Legends solo with myself. Well, not solo, but like with other people.
Hmm.
And honestly, it feels different. It doesn't feel as fun as playing, like as compared to playing with you guys. Like yeah, I'm cooperatively playing with other people and communicating more using my mic actually, surprisingly. But I just don't get the same amount of enjoyment playing with other people because for the most part, I run it. There, a lot of them are tryhards. They're all like focused on that number one spot. And while yes, I obviously want to reach number one spot as well. I mean, it's just the lack of like comedy that goes on. Like at least when I was with you guys, we could still strive to aim for number one, but fuck around at the same time, and we still like had some memorable moments. I feel like just playing with other people, I haven't been able to do that. I could be wrong. I mean, granted, I only played like a total of like 5 matches, like the last time I played Apex.
Hmm.
So I mean, pretty much I've just been playing Apex, and I decided to actually revisit Battlefield 1 because it's also been a while and I was doing some FPS testing for my computer to see if the game was still keep up. And I actually had a good match. To be honest, I wish I had recorded it on OBJ so I could have showed Carlos or something. But I actually had a very, very great match in Battlefield 1. Basically, I spawned with a losing team. We turned it around pretty quickly, and from there I was on top of the leaderboards and literally led the entire team to victory. So we basically made a good comeback, and I was at the
Hmm.
top of my pretty much everyone on my team. It felt great, and to be honest, with a Battlefield game, I don't really care too much about. Like honestly, I'm an old school Battlefield guy, so I like Battlefield 2, even like 1942. Like I've played that; it was so fun. So, but it really felt great just playing Battlefield, any Battlefield again, and just it was just very euphoric. I'm not gonna lie. So aside from that, I think those are the only 2 games I've been playing lately. I mean, COD 4, I always play pretty much when I'm bored. I pretty much play that almost every day, so it's nothing new, you know. So I see that with what you're playing. We're doing a lot of Phoenix Wright videos nowadays, so
We certainly are. What can we say about that? Well, I'm having fun with it. Oh, how are you feeling about the Phoenix Wright games?
honestly, I actually look forward to every day getting on with you guys to record and actually do some voice acting. I personally enjoy it, and I actually have quite of a exhilarating time. I hope I hope you actually feel the same way. Like I know it's funny when Carlos actually like fucking trolls you, and I often troll you and your reaction, the way you get mad. But I just hope like like Carlos enjoys it the same way as we do. I'm sure he does,
I believe he
some
does.
his own way.
Why do you like it so much?
It's just it's one of those games. It's not like one of those. It's not obviously like a novel where you just do some voice acting. You basically like go to different scenarios. Like with this one, you actually have to think and actually use your mind to solve these cases. The amount of times you fuck up, yeah, I mean, you could save the game at some point to like avoid losing progress or anything, but just for the sole fact that you actually have to think and you will be penalized for the amount of times you fuck up. Like it puts a lot of pressure. Like the game puts a lot of pressure on you, but at the same time, it's still interesting to see like how the resolve comes out for each situation and cases. I guess it's like it's like solving mystery. It's like basically I just love solving mysteries and I just love doing it in a
Yo,
we-
this thing is like, I like mysteries. I like solving crimes.
like don't you not though? I mean
I
like
mean, I
I
enjoy it as well. I enjoy it as well. I enjoy it for its clever use of of characters within a game itself, because it is a
like that's the
game.
thing. I can feel the characters without them having to actually talk. Like I could actually feel like their personality radiates right off the bat when you
Yeah.
start playing.
Who's your
So
favorite character, Carlos? I mean, Joel.
okay, best character Maya, aka best girl. Don't at me. She's she is simply fucking she is she is a cinnamon bun, dude. She must be protected at all costs.
Yeah,
First of
especially when she
all,
makes that
she is
face.
practically a reflection of me in the game. Her passion for her large appetite and her enthusiasm for some of her favorite shows really reminds me of myself. It really does. She just has a very cute personality, and honestly, I can't describe it. So, judging by you, I can obviously tell Miles Edgeworth is your favorite character.
This guy.
I'm
Um,
fucking with you.
he's cool too. I do like Miles and Phoenix. But yeah, Phoenix is my favorite character only because I just love how, like, here's the thing about Phoenix. It's not just because he's the main character. It's because of the fact of how, like, surreal Phoenix is. Like, he'll be silly at one point, but then he'll be he's a no bullshit kind of guy, but he can't help but have bullshit around him, you know?
The greatest combination of all.
Like, he's like, listen, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but I'm trying to get this shit done. And it's like, no, we're going through this bullshit train. You're like, all right, since I'm already on, fuck it, yeah.
He's
Cinder block?
basically he's basically that person in a game of like Call of Duty that's like, all right, guys, here's how we're gonna do it, and everyone else is like 360 no scope, and he's like, why the fuck did I even sign up for this shit? That's basically
But it's like,
Phoenix.
but it's almost like he's like, you know what? Yeah, 360 no scope, you got it. And it's just like, I just love how, like how he's just like, I want to do right by people, and I'm going to. And he doesn't like back down from that lawyer challenge. He's like, I'm a lawyer, and I'm gonna do my best. You know what I'm saying? And he's always trying to gain the advantage, but like he's trying to do it in a good person way though. I like that. I don't know. He's a cool character to me. But yeah, the judge is fun.
Quite indeed.
I love how he's like always just like, "Yep, that seems fine." I don't see why we would continue. Like he's always on the side of whoever speaks
he's
last.
he's like, I just want something interesting to happen.
Yeah,
I hope someone has an interesting testimony of some sort, and if they
yeah.
have an object that it's interesting in some kind of
My
way.
favorite part of the game is whenever you get somebody back into the corner and you hear that awesome song. I think you heard it today. I mean yesterday.
Yeah,
Whenever
yeah,
you
yeah.
finally do that objection and that fucking like that cornered song plays.
Like that music, dude. It's making me feel pumped. Like, I don't know what it
Yeah,
is.
it gets you pumped because it's like, yeah, especially when Phoenix starts pointing with that big ass finger he's got.
Dead ass.
And then, it's just like, yeah, it's awesome. But, other than that, I actually haven't been playing too much, it's just been basically me trying to, catch up on things and working.
Yeah, I can feel that.
But it's hard. It's
To
hard
be
out here in the
honest
gym.
with me, I mean, I have finals coming up like literally in the
Yeah,
following
I
week.
hear it's finals week.
I mean, granted, I'm almost confident. Like, I think like a total of like one or two classes. Well, yeah. I think my main classes I'm okay with. Like I didn't study at all for any of my psychology exams. I kind of just went in there and like aced it without really doing any kind of thinking or studying. I mean, for me, psychology was one of my best subjects when I took it in high school.
Mm.
So,
Why is that, Joel?
because it's interesting learning about the human mind and what we're capable of. It's just crazy how like we can find our own different ways, like how we can cope with certain situations and such. And plus, I'm in a situation now with a lot of things where I'm basically trying to study people, not actually, but like observe people in a way and how they act, maybe like observe their tone. And often because I often have like irrational thoughts of my own that hinder me throughout the day, normally I like to look up some theories on that and basically study like how our minds think when we're in that kind of situation. So a lot of this stuff basically is just like a lot of the stuff in most of the exams that we take. I think we've only had like a total of two exams so far, and like the third one's pretty much our final exam. But just everything just comes off as natural for me to answer fine. Like I did not do one studying at like any studying, and the lowest I got was like an 80 on all like on the exams overall.
Yeah,
With my microbiology exam, with the chapters we've been assigned to study for the final, it it's almost straightforward, but there's still a lot of things I just want to like uh, gather more information on, so that way when like final comes, I'm able to apply that information. So yeah, I think my microbiology exam is probably the most is probably what's going to take up most of my time when it comes to studying. But I think like a total, I usually spend like a total of 3 hours at most when I study for these exams. So for the fact like this is more like the subject wise we're learning for this chapter is almost straightforward. So I don't think I'll have a problem. My health ed exam is online, so I don't even
yeah,
have to worry. It's open notebook too, and I have an algebra 2 final exam, but I don't think that's going to be a problem because even if I don't do as well, I'll still pass the class. So,
yeah.
but yeah,
I see you
life.
just wanted to talk about your finals, but I understand. I don't even know
Well,
how
I
you got
mean,
on that situation, but you got it, fam.
your life. Well, we're just talking about how busy we're gonna be when it comes to gaming. So I don't think I'm gonna be really playing as much. Actually,
Man,
that's a fucking lie. I'm probably gonna be
that's
playing God for throughout that
that.
time.
So okay, so that's how you got into that long-winded speech of what you were going through. You got it, man. I like, bro. You were talking so long that I forgot everything we were fucking talking about before.
I mean,
On to the
dude.
next.
Bro. I mean, with that whole Sonic freaking rant that you were having, that was pretty long, longer than
Okay,
my freaking
nigga,
rant.
you were ranting too, but anyway,
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
it's not a contest, my nigga. You were just talking for a long time. Listen, um, have you been watching anything?
Nope, haven't watched a single thing. Again,
I've
with
been,
finals coming around,
I've
really
been
haven't gotten a
okay. Yeah, you
chance.
got it. You got it, man. Shut up.
Oh, okay. I see. That's how you want to do it
No,
then.
no, I'm just saying, bro. There's no reason to talk right now. All right, that's it. Don't talk about that final shit again. All right? I'm just joking around. But
I was gonna say he's
it,
fucking depressed.
wow,
Go
wow.
ahead.
But I've been watching a lot of Game of Thrones. Uh, final season's here, and each Sunday, new episode comes out, and I'm like, hell yeah, and I'm just watching my guy. I'm just fucking watching my guy.
What will you watch after Game of Thrones ends, though?
Probably The Wall. Um, after Game of Thrones, and bro, I'll probably be watching The Wall itself. You know,
Hmm.
I'm probably just gonna watch paint dry, honestly, because that's how everything will be to me after Game of Thrones finish. Because I'm
Yo,
just like, man,
this nigga.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. Because like I had to already wait like a fucking 2 years, like a year, before it came back, and then it finally came back, and now I'm like, damn, how's it all gonna play out? How is it all gonna play out? And I'm just like, all right, man, it's time. It's fucking time out here. It's time to see what happens. Like I was a whole different person. I was a whole different person when I started watching the series. Like I was young. I was like a teenager.
Yo.
I think I was 16 actually, or around, or like something. But like when I fucking loaded that first episode in, man, it was live. Um, and like now I remember I showed you episode one of Game of Thrones, and you didn't seem to like it. But I wonder now in this new realm of how you think and how you watch things, I wonder if you'd actually like it now. But that's besides the point. Maybe one day, I'll show you. But again, because it has been long enough for you to not remember shit. So he might actually like it this time. Now
And
that
to
you're
be honest, it's
now
been
that
so long ago
now
that
that
I even forgot about watching the first episode.
now that you're more cultured, that might happen tomorrow, Joel. You might be watching episode one of Game of Thrones. But anyway, now that you're more
I might binge watch it to the point that I practically catch up to the
now,
series, like the season's finale
now you probably
by.
won't want to finish it. But now that you're more cultured, Joel, maybe you'll actually like it this time. But other than that, because it's really just Attack on Titan, but like European. um, it's really just Berserk, but European. But anyway, but like not an anime. It's honestly just fucking just a real life Berserk. But
Mhm.
I mean, that's loose. That's it's not Golden Age, but you don't even understand what I'm trying to say with that. But anyway,
Yeah,
but
I figured you're going off, but
but
it's okay.
shush, shush, shush. But anyway, but yeah,
Speaking of
bro,
anime,
I'm
I
gonna
think it's time we get into the final stretch.
well, I wasn't done talking, but like
Oh,
I'm going to show you that tomorrow. And then, you know what? Maybe, that's actually a nice thing that we can talk about during, if you like it. If you like it, then we'll talk about that.
feel
But anyway,
yeah.
but back to
Oh yeah, tomorrow's
yeah.
Phoenix Wright Day. Actually,
Shush. Is it? Is every day Phoenix Right Day?
that's what you said.
I mean, depends. Not if I want to show you some shit. But anyway, this nigga said, but now we're getting into episode 4 of Cut It to the Yaiba, Demon Hunter. So, Joel, take me through the episode.
All right. So our boy Tanjiro, after the time skip, basically slices up that boulder as a result of his consciousness. Well, I wouldn't say consciousness, but the ghosts of two demon hunters that were slayed.
We had
And we'll get
dogs
into
and
that later on
monsters.
in the episode. So basically, he has sent the final selection, and he comes across two demons, swiftly takes them out with ease. But then we run, and then we basically encounter another demon, much more gigantic than the two demons he fought combined, chasing after chasing after one of the students, I would say, during final selection, and basically kills one of them. And this demon reveals to be a demon that was captured by the master that Tanjiro was being trained by. And so the demon would get satisfaction by killing his apprentices, which is Tanjiro. So basically, he saves the kid that's being chased. The kid basically dips. Tanjiro is knocked out temporarily until I would say that was one of his siblings, right? The ones that died. basically subconsciously woke him up, and he basically kept going at it. And basically, throughout this whole time, it would go back to the stone where basically the two demon hunters that were slayed by the demon revealed it was them that he slayed. Basically, they question if Tanjiro, or the girl basically questions if Tanjiro will be strong enough to defeat the demon, in which the guy basically says that if he can utilize what he's learned throughout his training and keep like an even breathing and, you know,
Oh shit!
master's
I swear to
techniques.
God, I will kill you. I will kill you. Um,
But
Carlos called us, but anyway,
that's fine. He didn't call me, but
he called
basically,
me. So sorry.
so basically, this demon. Basically, what happened was that those two people that Tanjiro had saw before he sliced the boulder basically fought against this demon. But of course, when they tried to go in for the attack, when the guy tried to swing at the neck, it broke the sword and the demon crushed his head and killed and ripped the girl's limbs apart. Basically, he demon underestimated Tanjiro's senses, and eventually Tanjiro got close enough to basically slice that motherfucker's head off, and boom, end of episode. And god damn,
Savage. Joel, what did you think of the episode?
I feel like it's progressively getting better with each episode. I give this a 10 out of 10. The way they just
10 out of 10
executed it.
again?
If I just feel like this with this series, like this series, I feel like it's progressively getting better with each episode. Don't you agree?
I mean, yes, it is. It is getting more and more live.
Like as abrupt as the ending it was still well executed in a way. And it's like, can you really now at that point, can you even like make a prediction of what's going to happen in the next episode?
Not really. Like that's the
Yeah.
thing about it. They keep this very mysterious, yet just like we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what this is. You know what I'm saying?
Like they've been consistent at fucking up our productions or inhibiting us from making our predictions for this next episode. And
Yeah.
to be honest, I like that.
You like not knowing what's happening.
It's a mystery. It's
I like
supposed to
I like
grip you.
solving mysteries. So it's a
This is a
mystery to
mystery.
show.
It's like a mystery that you're gonna have to find out until the next episode comes out, and it's like
And that's
this
why
is
I
like a show
also
that'll
like
keep your
and
imagination.
that's the weird thing because I had also said during the thing, it reminds me of a Saturday morning cartoon. Like it has that art style, it has that vibe to it, but it's just so much more mature. But it has that same feeling of dang, what will happen next on the Adventures of Tanjiro? And
That's
it's
pretty
just
much what
like
this anime should be called: The Adventures of
Adventures of Tanjiro.
Tanjiro.
Yeah, the the miss the of Tanjiro the Gallant. But anyway, and just him killing demons, and I'm like, what like will there be a heavier plot here? That's my question. What I'm saying is, what will be the heavier plot? Who is the main antagonist? Like, will there be a main antagonist, or
Like,
will it
who
just
is
be like an
Big Dilf out in
antagonist?
the
Yeah, like
streets?
who's Big Daddy out here? Like, who, who, who will be that guy? Will it be arc based, or will there be an overarching? And I'm just like, this is sauce right here. This is some sauce. But I'm just wondering. So it's very interesting. There's not a lot that can be said about it in terms of things like, and it's just good shit, man. It's just really good stuff. Like
Yep.
it's just like one of those things where it's like, finger looking good out here, and like it's like a
Like,
it's like a
it's
chicken
like
tender.
each episode is like a dish, another dish being served after another dish, and it's just like the dishes just get more delicious and delectable each time. Like, it's
Now, what
just
I will
that good.
say about this, it did have a lot more action. I will say that episode 3, in my opinion, was better because of the reveal of the boulder. You know what I'm saying? And just like,
Yes.
how they had the fight, and like, and the beauty of how that was constructed. I felt like that was a lot better than this episode. But this episode really had a lot of like, it showed where the action can be, and it showed where how far they'll go with the death, and I felt like it had a lot of those pieces together. Like it wasn't on the same level as episode 3, but it was enough for me. It was like, this was nice. This was nice. That's why I'm personally giving it an 8. You know what I'm saying?
I can understand that.
But like, I get why you're giving it a 10. Don't take yours back, man. I get why you're
Hey, I'm
giving it a
sticking
10.
with my guns,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah, 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 yeah. It's a good ass show. I mean, today was an 8 for me. You know what I'm saying? Because they cut the hair, nigga. That's why it's an 8, because they cut the hair.
Oh
All right,
wow! So if they
that's all
hadn't
it
cut the
is.
hair, would
If
have
they
been a 10
hadn't
out
cut,
of
if they
10, then,
hadn't cut the
buddy.
hair, if they hadn't cut the hair, and Tanjiro gangstered that nigga with the long hair, shit would have been fine. I would have been like 10 out of 10. This is a masterpiece.
But they had to cut up the
They had
hair.
to cut up the hair, so now I'm like,
Up 2 points off.
yep. But that being said, I like this episode. There's not much I can really say beyond that, other than I hope Nezuko wakes up because she's a nice character. I want to see more of her. But she's an interesting being. You know, what I'm saying her having that still that human connection with Tanjiro, but still being a
I mean,
demon.
granted, she's also still an important character set piece in the
Yeah,
show
and
because she
she's losing
serves
the
as
weight, so it's
Tanjiro's
like,
inspiration to get stronger
yeah,
too.
to protect her. So like, I hope that she eventually wakes up because like, I need her to
We
go.
need that demon
Here's
slaying
my
slash.
question. I think they solved the problem of her being able to defeat any demon that they come across, because they made the whole thing of, as the more they eat, the stronger they become. So there will be demons that are stronger than Nezuko. So Tanjiro will have to help her to defeat them, and that makes the power scaling not so one-sided to Tanjiro's side of the team, because they may have a demon, but she might not be as strong as a demon that's eaten 50 or 100 people. So it's like, it's one of those things too. So that's nice. That's nice that they introduced that to me, because that was nice. That was nice to like understand that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's where we wrap up.
Yes, sir.
Demon Hunter. I don't know when it's gonna end, but I know exactly what we're gonna do when summer hits. We're switching to Doctor Stone, but that's beside the point. But for now, it's still Demon Hunter. Tanjiro, let's go. Let's get it. Tanjiro is a real ass gangster, man. I gotta be honest with you.
He is a goon in traditional Japanese culture.
Um, you know, hey,
You just cannot
hold on. Let
underestimate
me
this
ask. Let
man.
me ask Google this question. Hey Google, what does the name Tanjiro mean?
On the website babynamewhasit.com, they say tundra means a vast, flat, treeless Arctic region of Europe, Asia, and North America in which the subsoil is permanently frozen. Personal experiences with the name tundra, edit, share what you know. Nicknames for tundra, edit. Tunny. To
I
read
didn't say
more, look
tundra.
for the link
Hey
in your
Google,
Google Home app.
stop. Hey Google, what does the name Tanjiro mean?
On the website shimos.com, they say, in Japanese, the meaning of the name Juro is 10th son, best
Oh
wishes,
wow.
longevity.
Okay
Yo,
Google,
I could
stop.
even Jiro.
It's wrong anime. Google, wrong anime. Anyway, thank you for watching another RDT. Joel, I love you. And honestly, I love this podcast. But even more, I love money. So let's build it up. Would you like to say goodbye, Joel?
Yep. You know what? Hope you guys enjoyed. See you for the next episode.